Hey, thanks everyone. Great to be here. My name's Stephen Mee. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Ahana. Ahana is the company that provides a first and only managed service for Presto DB, focused on Presto DB. A little background on the company is that we've been part of the Presto Foundation, and we work with folks that are deploying Presto in the cloud, and we make that very, very simple and very easy to do. We have contributions to the project, such as the Apache Ranger, which we provide into the open source, and a number of other contributions that we make. For my 5-minute presentation, we got questions about why should we use Presto and contribute to Presto. And so I thought, just to lighten it up, we'll make it a little bit the top 10 list, David Letterman style. I guess I should have my cards, but let's go through it. So first of all, some background in case you missed it is that Presto DB is the repo of the original project that's hosted by Linux Foundation's Presto Foundation. And the creators had a hard fork, which ended up splitting the community. We hoped it would all unify, but that was now renamed Trino in the last couple months. And they control that as part of being co-founders of a commercial vendor. And so these are two very different projects because there's now less confusion of the naming. I thought it'd be important to share some of the differences that you may want to be aware of as it relates to what are differences about how the project is run and what are the technical differences. So let's go through it. Number 10, Presto is hosted under the Linux Foundation. Trino is not part of the Linux Foundation or Apache Software Foundation. They are part of a foundation that is owned by the co-founders of a commercial vendor. Number 9, Presto is a neutrally governed project with a stated principle that there's no one individual or company that can control the project. So we kind of call this a community-driven project, which everyone can participate in and be part of, and governed as such. And there isn't a charter like this or a principle like this that we're aware of. Number 8, the governing board of Presto has board members from 10 different companies. 10 different companies, and that number is growing all the time. Recently, Intel joined, and we're really excited about that. That provides some really good governance and oversight of the project for such principles like making sure no one company has control over the project itself. Number 7, the Presto Technical Steering Committee, that is one of the committees underneath the Presto Foundation. It's similar to the ASF PMC, if some of you are familiar with that. They have developers that are a myriad of developers that work at 5 different companies. And most recently, AWS has a member on the Technical Steering Committee, and congrats on AWS for their contributions to that. And number 6, Presto is developed, tested, and runs at scale at Facebook, Uber, and Twitter. These are the largest clusters out there in the world for data analytics. And we think that's really, really important. The scale, as well as all the reliability and the further development that they're making into the project. And that's just not the case. Trino doesn't run at Facebook, Uber, and Twitter. And from the developers we talk with, that matters quite a bit. Number 5, Presto today uses 6 times less memory and repartitions 2 times faster with Project Aria. I think you've heard from Tim's talk on the TSC that Project Aria is something that is a really fantastic innovation, and Trino doesn't include that. Number 4, Presto on Spark is another project that runs massive batch ETL jobs, and that's another great talk that's happening today. That's not in Trino. And number 3, Presto today is 10 times faster with Project Raptor X. That was James's fantastic talk that just happened, caching at multiple levels. And number 2, tomorrow Presto will have more coordinators, making it more reliable and more scalable. Whereas Trino is working on the single coordinator model, which is a single point of failure. Number 1, Presto tomorrow will have a native C++ worker, and we think that's a fantastic direction for the project, and you'll hear more about that later today. So this is the reason why we really believe in the Presto project. We think you should too, and we hope that you'll join the Presto project moving forward. Thanks so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. Again, Ahana Cloud, you can check it out. In 30 minutes, you have your Presto clusters running.